This is the first time to read Miss Lagrange is strange. This book is for Let's Go 3 or 4. 안녕하세요. 이 책은 우리 Let's Go 3나 4 친구들, 초등학교 4학년에서 5학년 정도 친구들이 쉽게 읽을 수 있는 영어 원서책을 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 외일 영어 전문학원 친구들 그리고 다른 친구들도 함께 읽어봐요. 자, 시작합니다. A pretty normal lunch. My name is AJ and I hate school. Which do you hate more? My friend Ryan asked me, school or vegetables? That's a hard one. I said, I really hate them both. I hate school more than vegetables, said our friend Michael, who never tries his shoe. Because we don't have to sit inside the vegetable all day and learn stuff. Good point, I agreed. I hate vegetables more than school, Ryan said, because we don't have to eat the school. That made perfect sense too. I couldn't make up my mind. We were in the vomitarium. It was a pretty normal lunch at elementary school. Ryan stuck carrot sticks in his mouth and said, Look, I'm a Wallace. Michael put a spoon on his nose and it hung there. I dared Ryan to put pickled chips on his started toast and eat them. Ryan will eat anything. Michael dared me to shoot a straw wrapper at Andrea Young, this girl at the next table, who is really annoying. The wrapper hit Andrea in the head. She screamed and knocked her apple juice on the floor. Just at the moment, Andrea's annoying friend Emily was walking by with her tray. Emily slipped on the juice and fell on her boot. As she was falling, she knocked over a whole rack of lunch trays. Crash! Ouch! Emily shouted. I bumped my mouth. My tooth is loose. I don't know why, but when people fall on his butt, the hilarious. Me and Ryan and Michael just about exploded trying not to laugh. Emily started crying. That big cry baby, she wasn't even hurt, and her tooth was probably loose before she fell. Mrs. McCurdy, the lunch lady, came in, running out. What's going on? She screamed. Can't you kids behave? Mrs. McCurdy is the meanest lunch lady in the history of the world. She's always yelling at us to clean off our table, be quiet, and stop throwing food. She's no fun at all. Mrs. McCurdy must not have seen the apple juice on the floor when she came running out. She slipped it on it and fell on her butt too. It's even funnier when grown-ups fall on their butts, especially mean grown-ups like Mrs. McCurdy. Everybody was crying up. You kids are driving me crazy. Mrs. McCurdy shouted. That's the last straw. I quit. She was totally wrong. There were plenty of straws right there on the lunch counter. But Mrs. McCurdy must not have noticed. She yanked off her plastic apron, ripped off her plastic gloves, and pulled off her lunch lady hair net. She threw all the stuff on the floor and stomped out of the vomitarium. I will tell you, there are a lot of crazy grown-ups at elementary school, but this was the first time I ever saw one of them actually go crazy. Live and in person, it was cool. Mrs. Lodger, our custodian, came over with a mop. I feel sorry for her. Every time some kid spills something, she has to clean it up. I love cleaning a mess, Mrs. Lodger said. Mopping the apple juice off the floor, Mrs. Lodger is bizarre. When all the excitement was over, Ryan put a carrot stick in his nose and ate it. This carrot stick, not his hose. not his nose. Michael made a sculpture out of the tuna salad. I threw a cookie to Ryan and he caught it in his mouth. Like I said, it was pretty normal lunch. 챕터 1 읽어봤는데요. 점심시간에 일어나는 일들이네요. 선생님이 빡쳐가지고 선생님이 화나가지고 일을 그만뒀나봐요. 다음 스토리는 어떻게 될지 궁금해보네요. 자, 다음에 다시 만나요. 안녕.